After years of being called paranoid for thinking my husband was hiding something, I installed a dashcam in his car without telling him. A week later, I watched him pick up a woman and say, "She thinks I'm at my mom's. She's so easy to lie to." I uploaded the footage to our anniversary party slideshow right after the toast. No one touched the cake. I've never told this story outside of close friends, but maybe it's time. I was the paranoid wife. That's what everyone called me. Family, friends, even my own husband. If I questioned something, I was reading into it. If I noticed a change in his habits, it was just work stress. If I said I felt something was off, I got that look, like I'd just embarrassed myself. I started doubting my own mind. This all started a little over 2 years ago in Asheville, North Carolina. We'd been married 5 years. I met Jason at a Lowe's when I was buying some paint. He cracked a joke about mixing the wrong shade of blue, and we ended up talking for 20 minutes. I gave him my number. He called that night. The rest happened fast. Dates, moving in, married within a year. People said it was a whirlwind, but I didn't care. He felt right. Confident. Charming. Hands-on. That man could build anything with wood and a few nails. At first, marriage was fine. Nothing major to complain about. But around year 3, things started to change. He was tired all the time. Didn't want to talk after work. Stopped taking his phone into the bathroom, which he used to do constantly. Started keeping it in his pocket at all times. Wouldn't even leave it on the nightstand anymore. That's when I first asked him if something was going on. He looked me dead in the eyes, like I'd just accused him of murder. "You're being paranoid," he said. "Jesus, I'm working my ass off, and now you think I'm cheating?" I felt awful. I backed off. But that feeling in my stomach didn't leave. Over the next year, little things piled up. His truck started smelling like a different perfume, one I didn't wear. He'd come home late and say he stopped to help his mom or grab drinks with Mitch. Mitch, by the way, was a guy he hadn't talked about before year 4. And the sex? Practically gone. He said it was stress. Said I didn't initiate enough. But when I did, he'd brush me off. "Can we just chill tonight?" became his go-to phrase. Still, I stayed. Told myself maybe it was a rough patch. That's what marriage is, right? You stick through the hard parts. I started taking notes. I didn't even tell my best friend. I just opened a little notebook on my phone and wrote down times, excuses, patterns. I knew I had nothing solid. But I also knew I wasn't crazy. Around that time, he got a new truck. He was obsessed with it, waxed it every weekend, bought seat covers, added LED lights. One night, I was lying in bed and this idea popped in my head. A dashcam? If he was lying about where he went, maybe I'd catch something. I didn't even feel guilty. I found a mirror-style dashcam that looked like part of the car. Installed it while he was at work. I told him I ordered it as a cool gift for his truck, and he didn't even question it. It uploaded automatically to a cloud account I set up under a dummy email. He never asked. For 6 nights, nothing happened. Just job sites, lunch breaks, him humming classic rock. I started to feel stupid. Like maybe I really was the problem. Then came Thursday. He left at 4 p.m. Said he was heading to his mom's in Marion to help fix her porch steps. Kissed me goodbye, told me to save him some of the spaghetti I was making. At 7 p.m., I opened the live feed. He wasn't in Marion. He was heading toward Hickory, almost the opposite direction. My hands were shaking as I watched. The truck pulled into a parking lot next to a strip mall. A woman walked over. Blonde, tight jeans, boots. Climbed in the passenger seat like she'd done it 1,000 times. Then he said it. "She thinks I'm at my mom's. She's so easy to lie to." The words knocked the air out of me. I watched them drive off. Check the time, 7:18 p.m. At 7:32, the truck parked at a cheap roadside motel. They got out, kissed, walked inside. I sat there, staring, watching the little red recording light blink. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just saved the footage. Took a screenshot of the timestamp. And I waited. Our 5th anniversary was that Sunday. Jason planned this big backyard party, catered food, tables with white cloths, wine buckets. He wanted to make a speech. Wanted a slideshow to show how far we'd come. Oh, we'd come far. Saturday night, I stayed up putting together the video. It had baby pictures, wedding photos, vacations to Gatlinburg, Christmas mornings. All sweet memories. Then I tacked on the dashcam footage. I clipped it perfectly, just the woman getting in and Jason saying that one line. I didn't add music. Didn't add text. Just faded to black after the motel door closed behind them. Sunday came. The house was full. His parents were there. My sister and her husband. A few coworkers. Our neighbor who always brought that weird potato salad. He made his toast first. Held up his beer. 5 years with the most amazing woman. You keep me grounded, babe. Here's to many more. Everyone clapped. I smiled. Then I stepped up and said I had a surprise slideshow to show how much I appreciated everything we'd built together. They all gathered around the TV. Laughter during the wedding photos. Oh, look how young you both look, someone said. Then silence. The dashcam footage rolled. You could hear a fork drop. You could see the woman clearly. See Jason's smirk. Hear his voice like he was proud of the lie. She thinks I'm at my mom's. She's so easy to lie to. The video ended. Dead silence. Jason's face drained. His dad stood up and walked out. His mom covered her mouth. My sister just stared at me. Jason started to speak. Wait, I walked inside, grabbed my overnight bag, and headed to my car. He followed, frantic. Babe, listen, it was a mistake. Just one time. It didn't mean anything. I didn't say a word. Just drove off. I had already rented a hotel room. I'd already called a lawyer. I had screenshots, logs, everything. But the story's not over. Because he wasn't done lying. And I wasn't done uncovering. I figured that'd be the worst of it. Publicly exposed, humiliated at his own anniversary party, caught red-handed. I thought he'd back off and just let it all crumble. I was wrong. 2 days after I left, I got a call from my sister. He's telling people you edited that footage, she said. He's saying it was some kind of prank. That you faked the video because you've always been jealous and unstable. I laughed. It was a bitter, dry sound I barely recognized coming out of me. But that's when I realized he wasn't just trying to save face. He was trying to flip the story, rewrite the truth. By Thursday, I started getting texts from mutual friends. Hey, just wanted to check in. Jason said you had some kind of breakdown. One even asked if I was okay to be alone right now. I felt sick. I logged into the cloud account and downloaded everything, not just the clip I used for the party. I pulled the full week of footage. All the times he told me he was somewhere he wasn't. All the times the same woman got in. Once, they even laughed about getting away with it again. I backed it all up on a flash drive and dropped it off with my lawyer the next morning. Good call, she said. Because if he keeps trying to play games, this'll destroy his credibility in court. But Jason wasn't done being an idiot. The day after that, I came home from work to find my front door open. I wasn't even living at the house anymore. I just stopped by to grab some old clothes. But when I walked in, he was standing in the living room like he still lived there. I needed to talk to you, he said, holding up his hands like I might scream. You don't live here anymore, Jason, I said, standing firm. Get out. He gave me this weird smile. You embarrassed me in front of my family. You ruined my business. Clients are pulling out because of that video. I didn't respond. Do you feel better now? He asked. Was it worth it? Ask yourself that, I said. You're the one who made the mess. I just stopped hiding it. He stepped closer. I stepped back. You think this is over, he said quietly. It's not. That was the moment I knew this man wasn't sorry. He wasn't broken. He was angry that I didn't sit quietly while he lived 2 lives. After he finally left, I filed a police report. My lawyer got a restraining order the next day. That seemed to work. For a little while. But then his girlfriend, the one from the truck, started messaging me. First, it was just you ruined his life. Then, he told me you were abusive. And finally, I hope you rot, you bitter bitch. I didn't respond to her. I didn't need to, because I'd already hired a private investigator. And what she found? Let's just say Jason had more than one side relationship. And his new girlfriend? She wasn't the only one who thought she was the only one. I had a choice to make. I could move on quietly, or I could take this whole thing further. Guess which one I picked? I wasn't planning to go further at first. I thought maybe the embarrassment was enough. But when Jason and his new girlfriend started twisting the truth, calling me unstable, saying I doctored the footage, I realized I had to protect myself. And maybe ruin him a little more along the way. The private investigator I hired was an older woman named Terry. Tough as nails. Used to be a cop. She didn't blink twice when I showed her the footage and asked if she could dig deeper. 2 weeks later, she called me. You're gonna want to see this, she said. We met at a diner just outside Asheville. She slid over a folder and a USB stick. Inside were photos, screenshots, dates, receipts, phone records. Jason hadn't just been cheating on me with one woman. He'd been seeing 3 different women, one in Hickory, one in Hendersonville, and one in Charlotte. All 3 thought they were his main one. All 3 thought he was either separated or in the process of a divorce. He was running the same lines with each of them. She's controlling. She's emotionally abusive. She doesn't understand me like you do. Classic narcissist moves. Terry even got photos of him meeting up with one of the women just days after the anniversary party. He looked happy, like nothing had happened. So I did something I never thought I'd do. I reached out to the women. I started with the one from the Dashcam, the blonde. Her name was Renee. I sent her a calm message. Just screenshots, timestamps, and a note. You're not the only one. Thought you should know. She didn't reply for 3 days. Then one night, I got a call from an unknown number. I feel like a damn fool, she said as soon as I answered. Her voice cracked. She didn't cry, but you could hear it in her throat. She wasn't angry at me. She was furious at him. He'd told her I was violent. That I cheated. That I left him and was trying to ruin his life because he moved on. We talked for almost 2 hours. She wasn't a bad person. Just another one of his lies. She even told me he borrowed money from her, said he needed it to help his mom with medical bills. $2,300. Gone. I gave her Terry's number. Next, I reached out to the second woman, Tasha, from Hendersonville. She didn't take it well. Called me jealous. Said I was trying to take him down because I couldn't keep him. Fine. I left her alone. She'd figure it out eventually. The third woman, Angela, from Charlotte, never responded. But Terry later told me she stopped seeing him a week after I made contact. Word was getting around. Jason's lies were collapsing. But that's when things got worse. One morning, I came out to my car and saw deep key marks down both sides. Someone had smashed a beer bottle against the windshield. A note was tucked under the wiper blade. Jealous bitch. Let him go. I filed another police report. Gave them the footage from my doorbell cam, which showed someone in a hoodie walking away at 2:18 a.m. Couldn't see the face, but I had a guess. Renee swore it wasn't her. I believed her. But maybe Jason convinced someone else, maybe Tasha? Or maybe Jason did it himself. Wouldn't put it past him. That same week, someone reported my business's Facebook page for false advertising. I'm a part-time photographer, weddings, portraits, engagement shoots. Suddenly my page was flagged and temporarily taken down. I knew it was him. So I stopped playing nice. I didn't want revenge at first. I just wanted the truth out. But Jason didn't stop. He made it personal. The slashed tires. The messages. The lies to anyone who'd listen. So I changed my approach. I gave every woman he lied to everything I had. Renee took him to small claims court for the money he borrowed. She won. He didn't even show up. She told me later he was too embarrassed. Claimed he couldn't get off work. But word got around. His new clients started asking questions. Then I made a quiet little website. Just a basic blog. I posted everything: dates, screenshots, pictures, dashcam clips. I left names out to avoid legal trouble, but anyone who knew us knew exactly who it was about. The traffic blew up. People in our town read it. I know because someone at his church printed it out and handed it to his mother. That was the nail in the coffin for his reputation. No one wanted to work with a man who cheated, lied, borrowed money from women, and tried to smear his ex-wife to cover his tracks. His little contractor business dried up. The truck he loved so much repossessed 3 months later. His relationship with Renee? Over. Angela and Tasha? Gone too. I saw him once after all that. He was walking into a gas station, hoodie on, head down. He looked older. Tired. He didn't see me. I just sat in my car and watched. But here's the thing, I wasn't innocent either. Not totally. I let things slide for too long. I let him make me doubt myself for years. I stayed quiet when I should have stood up. I helped build the image he used to fool everyone else. I ignored red flags because I loved the version of him I thought was real. So yeah, maybe I should have walked away sooner. Maybe I shouldn't have waited until the anniversary party to show what he really was. Maybe that was cruel. But after everything he did, I don't regret it. He made me the paranoid wife. I just gave people a reason to believe me. And now? I live alone. Peacefully. I still do photography. I'm not bitter. Just better at spotting lies. I kept the dashcam footage saved in a folder called "In Case I Forget." Because sometimes, even the strongest people need proof that they weren't crazy.